Hey, it's Joni Snare, and I want to talk to you about falls in seniors. If you found my channel, you probably have an aging parent or loved one at home, and you're worried because they keep on falling, or you're worried about them falling, or they're reaching out for the counter or wall, may or may not want to use a walker. Anyway, I've got a few tips today to talk about falls. We know that falls is a huge issue. 1 in 4 Canadians that are seniors are going to fall this year, at least once. And it's a huge cost to the healthcare system. $2 billion with a B will be caused expenditures directly from falls in seniors. So you sure as heck don't want your senior to be falling, because they can break a hip, they can end up in a nursing home, they aren't going to be able to, frankly, wipe their butt. It's a big thing. So everybody wants to keep them happy, healthy, and independent. So I've got 3 things that you want to think about now, and a lot of them can be put in place just today. So the first one is managing pain. So seniors are very proud people. They don't complain. They grew up in a generation where you just kind of toughed it out. There was no complaining. There was no posting your problems on social media. Heck, you never even told your family about your problems. So these people are just not going to complain. So a lot of them are living in chronic pain and high levels of pain without any pain medication. I recently went to a new client who was very frail and elderly with chronic shoulder pain, and she was not taking anything for pain. So that was the first thing we talked about. I'm a physiotherapist. I can't prescribe or treat pain directly with medication, but I urge you to talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Take a look at the back of the pill bottle, whatever your drug of choice is, Tylenol, Advil, etc. Make sure you can take what you're taking. There's my legal stuff out of the way. But I challenge my clients to take pain medication 2-3 times a day, whatever you are recommended, every day for a week. So when you think about taking your blood pressure medication or your cholesterol pills, do you wait until your blood pressure is high to take it? No, you take it as prescribed. So in seniors who have chronic pain, why aren't we doing that for pain pills? Is it just because the doctor is not prescribing it? It's something we buy off the shelf at the counter at the pharmacy? Well, I recommend take your pain pills every day, same time of day, same amount of times for a week, and see. Perhaps mom will now be walking down the hallway and maybe less cranky because she's not in as much pain. Should be able to move more just with taking pain and actually getting that under wraps. So not just after a fall, but taking it like any other medication regularly. You're not going to not have pain when you're a senior. You can manage it, but it's probably not going to go away. So think about taking something for it all day, like every day. The second thing is moving. So somebody falls, they're afraid of falling again. They don't want to bother anybody, but they just stop moving a little bit. Maybe they're not going to reach this far. Maybe they're going to avoid drinking so that they don't have to go to the bathroom so many times because they don't want to get up, or they don't have the strength, or they're worried about falling. Or maybe they drop something and they just leave it on the floor because they don't want to reach forward anymore. It's scary, right? They don't want to lean and fall out of their chair. But if they don't move a little bit every single day, more fear, increased risk of falling, more pain, and it just cycles all the way down and to the point where they're not moving at all, and then they get in really big trouble. So I strongly caution people to move every day. I don't care if you just stand up and sit down 5 times. I had a lady once, and she was not an exerciser. She got kind of, I would say, coerced to see me through a friend who did well with me. And she's like, fine, I'll see you once. So I only gave 1 exercise for her to do. And what it was is every time you get up to go pee or go into the kitchen, I want you to sit down and stand up again. So what I was building squats into her day, 1 rep at a time. And by the end of the day, she was getting her 10 or 15 reps in. My goodness, that lady was great. She saw me for months on end, and we developed a great program, and now she doesn't need me anymore because she is moving around and doing well. The third thing is look at a physiotherapist in your area that can prescribe exercises. And I'll go on a little rant about my pet peeve about physiotherapists. Nobody wants 2 to 3 pages of exercise sheets. Unless you're treating an athlete, nobody's going to do them. So stop prescribing them. You want to find a physiotherapist that will give you 2, 3 exercises maximum. Pick the ones that are the most functional, the most important for your needs. My go-to is usually sit to stands. Everybody usually gets that because it's such a strong exercise. You can do it in a frail elderly person just so they maintain transfers to get to and from the bathroom, all the way up to the elite athlete doing weighted squats. So you got to find somebody in your area that can do up an exercise sheet. Get them to videotape it as they're prescribing it, and then that way, if you can't help your parent do it and they won't do it themselves, they can play the video and follow along. Or they can have, if you have a caregiver coming in, especially if they're not English as a first language or whatever your language is, they can play it and understand it. The other alternative is sometimes I take pictures of my clients doing exercises and do up a little Google document with the exercises, the pictures, and the description. So if you are challenged with seniors in your life that you love that are frustrating you and not listening to reason, and you need a community of people that will support you, understand you, and give you some practical solutions like the ones I just mentioned that you can put in place right away, I want you to head over to Facebook, search my name up, Joni Snair, JONISNAIR, and join our Facebook group. It's called Caregiver Connection, and it's totally free, and you'll find lots of information in there. Ask me whatever you like, and you'll get some great answers. So hope to see you in the group.